Like, you can introduce yourself and explain a little bit about your business too, so they know like who you are. This is what we're going to show our class with.
Well, you need to ask questions like,
what's
your
name?
name?
Who are you? Okay.
What's your name?
Are we filming?
Yeah, just go ahead. Do whatever.
My name is Pat McGrath, and I'm the owner of... What, should you look directly at the camera?
No, yeah, look at her. Look at her.
Okay. So what looks best to you? Should I look
No, yeah, talk to her.
to the
Just talk to
interviewers?
her.
You be the cameraman, you're the interviewers. It's all coming together now.
Yeah.
My name is Pat McGrath. I am the proprietor, law and suffering, of Looney Tunes Records here on Boylston Street in Boston. This is year number 32 of our existence.
Have you been the owner the whole time?
Fuck no. Is
No, that's fine. Yeah, go ahead. Do whatever you want.
Oh,
It's
well
all about
then.
the flavor.
Well then, fuck no. There's some other cocksuckers here before me. Those motherfuckers. No, I've been the owner since 1982. The original owners, Seth and Jerry. Jerry went out one night and with his girlfriend, and he had this notion that if he owned a restaurant, he could eat for free, which of course is wildly mistaken. So I was like, I'll be the owner. I'll buy you out, Daddy.
That's cool.
Yeah, I borrowed the money from my grandpa, and
Here you are.
because I was working here, and Jerry decided he needed to eat for free.
How did you end up working here?
He just told you.
No,
no.
like
Yeah, you're right.
Right.
Okay.
It's a reasonable question. I always, not always, I worked the jobs I liked best that I'd had, when I was in school, and I didn't always work in record stores, but I'd worked in 2 record stores before this, right out of high school. Not right out, but pretty soon. I got a job working in a record store for a couple of years, and I put off college. But finally, I could not, put it off anymore because, had to go. Because it's pointless. But I thought I should go. It's it's conventional wisdom that you go to college. So I came here, went to BU, but really I picked Boston because of the record store seemed great. And I went to BU because it had Boston in the name. That was the extent of my plan, and they gave me a deal because of my SATs were high and in verbal, but remedial in math. But I was an English major, so they let me skip all the freshman courses.
Nice. Where are you from?
I was born in Kentucky, but I went to school. I learned to speak in West Virginia, and I went to high school in Florida.
Oh, wow.
When they opened the store back when they first
Yes.
opened it, was the music scene here big?
Yes.
Or as big as it is now?
Yes.
Bigger?
Bigger.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is it smaller now?
I expect because it's more diffuse. It's more spread out. There's more people.
Let's say.
What's all that?
Got somebody down here for you.
Oh, somebody.
Ask him about the
The trash is fine, baby.
Okay, I'm sorry, Pat.
Okay. DJ Night Train. He's come here every day for 28 years.
I've seen him on the tee.
Oh
seen him
yeah,
rocking out.
he's famous, but every day for 28 years. So.
Really? Where does he play around here?
Last time I saw him was at the Model in Alston,
Oh.
where they actually spins records. But he spins records on the. Here, I'll show you. I don't know if you want to cut the interview, but if you.
What? So I mean, how would you? Not categorize people, but what are the general type of people that come in here?
All sorts. And it changes over the years. What with, the people's needs. It used to be a place where, this was if you needed to find how, a rare song or something. Someone needed to learn how to play it, a piece of music, or learn a song. They'd come look for the record. Well, now with the internet, you don't have to do that so much because not only will they play it for you, they'll tell you how to play it. For the most part. But now, there are reasons that people would still record shop now, and that, there are vinyl has attributes that you don't get, and even CDs has attributes you don't get from the internet. Less compression and more glorious sound if you want to have a more engaging musical experience.
So would you say the majority of people? Go ahead.
I would say the people who are fanatical for music are the people that we get in here. But, that's all stripes, men, women, old, young alike, rich and poor.
Is that a lot of people that come in here? Would you say?
Never enough, but
But there's enough to keep your business going.
for the time being,
Yeah.
which is good because I'm in no way suited for regular employment.
How
I
would
have
you?
no marketable skills at all. I'm not a marketable commodity, I'm afraid. So,
How would you describe like the musical presence in the whole community?
well, the musical presence of the community,
Yeah.
of the
Like besides like those stores and
well, you have Berklee College of Music, you have Boston Conservatory, and you have New England Conservatory, and you have Symphony Hall. I'd say those are all pretty, that they all cast a shadow, considerable musical shadow. So,
To the majority. Or go ahead. I'm sorry, I keep doing that.
no, go ahead.
What's the relationship between like the neighborhood and all those places? Kind of those 2 feet off of each other.
Well, they are part of the neighborhood. For one, the people who go to those institutions are, live around here for the most part, at least for while they're attending. Or they come to the neighborhood to attend concerts. In the Berklee Performance Center, people come to a lot of concerts there. And, brings musical enthusiasts into the neighborhood. So there's, a lot of people who love music living here and visiting here all the time. So it makes a place like, we're in the catbird seat for the musical, if our ideal customer is the musical fanatic, then this is the place in Boston.
would you say you get a lot of like tourists coming in this area?
Tourists who would be, inclined to this sort of funk. This is not, it's not like Faneuil Hall or something. It's people who are, I know when I go to a town, the first thing I do is look in the Yellow Pages or, some directory to go hunt for records. So the people who are record collectors, music fanatics, they'll sniff a place like this out like, pigs sniffing truffles. This is the sort of place that they're, this is like Aladdin's cave for a certain sort.
Is there like another kind of like hidden gem of the neighborhood? Like, what would you consider like a really good
I don't
spot?
know if any of these gems are hidden. What do I like in the neighborhood? Where do I like to go?
It could be
Christ.
like a food place. It could be a music place. What's like something if you were making a brochure to promote this neighborhood, you'd say you have to go here. That's not an obvious one. Like something.
Well, it depends on what your interests are. There's 2 really good guitar repair shops. Christ, people would kill me for not remembering, not thinking of it. But I'm not overly, of my neighbors. They're all very nice. But as far as any of them as being, God, I'm just thinking hard. Is there anything here I just love?
Do you live here, or do you?
No, I used to. I lived a couple blocks away for 10 years, but I live out in West Roxbury now.
Why did you move? Like, I mean, you just
Why'd I
like the
move?
area. Or?
I lived in a 1-bedroom apartment with about 1 million records and books, and I had saved up about enough money to buy a house, and I just got on that house buying, and I was trying to buy a house that wasn't really coming together. It had rental units, and there were all sorts of problems with the people there, and problems getting a loan, and then I got a call to go out and buy some guy's record collection, and I was like, this house will do. This is good. And it was, an easier to get the mortgage for, and, I was, I don't know, 30 or something, and it was hard to get a mortgage when you're, that young. And the guy came in here and he couldn't figure out what the fuck we did. He was like, he actually ended up telling the real estate people that, well, the money's right, but I don't know what the hell they do there. I think it might be in the front for drugs.
Yeah.
This guy, Richard, told the real estate people. He thought maybe we were laundering drug money. If only I was given the opportunity. No criminals have not come to me with, opportunities.